I'm so excited to share my experiences, my journeys, my trips, my tricks, and my tips. And in today's video, I'm taking us through H-1B visa, its purpose, eligibility, application process, tips, and requirements. H-1B visa is a non-immigrant visa category in the United States that allows U.S. employers to temporarily employ foreign workers in specialty occupations. Here are the key details and requirements. Number 1, purpose. The H-1B visa is designed to bring in skilled workers from other countries to fill specialty occupations that require theoretical or technical expertise in specialized fields such as STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Number 2, eligibility. To qualify for a H-1B visa, the applicant must typically have a bachelor's degree or higher, or its equivalent, in a specific field related to the job. The job itself must also meet certain criteria that define it as a specialty occupation. Number 3, application process. Employer sponsorship. The process begins with an employer in the U.S. sponsoring the foreign worker for the H-1B visa. Labor Coordination Application, LCA. The employer must fill an LCA with the U.S. Department of Labor, affirming that they will pay the H-1B worker the prevailing wage for the position and that employment of the H-1B visa worker will not adversely affect the working conditions of similarly employed U.S. workers. Form 1-129. Once the LCA is approved, the employer fills the Form 1-129 petition for non-immigrant worker with U.S. Citizen and Immigration Services, USCIS, on behalf of the prospective H-1B employee. Number 4, duration. H-1B visas are generally granted for an initial period of up to 3 years, which can be extended up to a maximum of 6 years under certain circumstances. Number 5, employment restrictions. The H-1B visa is tied to the sponsoring employer, meaning the visa holder cannot freely change employers without transferring the visa sponsorship. However, a H-1B visa holder can change jobs if a new employer sponsors them by filing a new H-1B petition. Number 6, dual intent. Unlike some other non-immigrant visas, the H-1B visa allows holders to pursue lawful permanent resident status, that is a green card, while maintaining H-1B status, which means they can have dual intent to work both temporarily in the U.S. and at the same time pursue permanent residency. Overall, the H-1B visa program is crucial for U.S. employers seeking highly skilled talent from abroad and for foreign nationals aiming to work and potentially settle in the United States. However, it is subject to annual numerical limitations. There is a cap set by Congress, which can make obtaining a H-1B visa competitive. Under the H-1B visa, eligible jobs must meet specific criteria to qualify as specialty occupations. These criteria generally include: 1, educational requirements. The job must require at least a bachelor's degree or higher in a field related to the position. The degree can be in a specialized area such as computer science, engineering, mathematics, medicine, business administration, etc. Number 2, job complexity and specialization. The position must be complex enough that the knowledge required to perform the duties is usually associated with attainment of a bachelor's degree or higher. Number 3, industry standards. The job must typically be one that is common to the industry or related to the employer's operations. If you like this video and believe it will help someone out there, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you. So what are the jobs under H-1B visa, these specialty occupations? So common examples of jobs that often qualify for H-1B visa include software engineers or developers, positions involving the design, development, and maintenance of software applications and systems. Another one is systems analysts. Jobs focused on analyzing and designing information systems to meet the needs of an organization. The next one is computer programmers. Roles that involve writing, testing, and maintaining computer programs based on specifications provided by software developers. Another one is financial analysts. Positions that involve analyzing financial information to support business decision-making. Another job is market research analysts. Jobs that involve studying market conditions to examine potential sales of a product or a service. Another one is biomedical engineers. These are positions that apply engineering principles to the fields of biology and medicine for healthcare purposes. Last but not least, physical therapists. Roles providing services to patients to develop, maintain, and restore maximum movement and functional ability. These examples illustrate the diversity of jobs that can qualify for H-1B visas, provided they meet the criteria of being a specialty occupation, requiring specialized knowledge and a minimum educational background typically equivalent to a bachelor's degree. It's important to note that each case is evaluated individually, and not all jobs in a given field may qualify under the H-1B criteria. So a breakdown of employers or sponsors for H-1B visa, the requirements for each job and the process is laid down below. So the employers or sponsors for H-1B visa. Employers who can sponsor a H-1B visa must be willing to hire foreign nationals and meet specific legal requirements. Typically, these are companies or organizations in the United States that have a need for highly skilled workers in specialized fields. Some examples of potentially H-1B sponsors include 1. Technology companies. These are such as Google, Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, Amazon. 2. Consulting firms like Deloitte, Accenture, IBM, Infosys, etc. 3. Financial institutions such as banks, investment firms, and insurance companies. 4. Healthcare providers. These are hospitals, clinics, and research institutions. 5. Universities and research organizations, employing researchers, professors, or other specialized roles. 6. Manufacturing companies, especially those needing engineers or technical specialists. So number 2, I'll go to the requirement for the jobs. So each job sponsored under the H-1B visa must meet specific criteria to qualify a specialty occupation. These include education requirement that we mentioned earlier, specialized knowledge, that is, the duties performed must be complex enough that the knowledge required to perform them is usually associated with a high degree, or even further, or an equivalent of a degree. Then the industry standards, like we mentioned earlier. So number 3, process of application. The process for application for a H-1B visa involves several steps. 1. Labor accommodation application, LCA. Before filing the H-1B petition with USCIS, the employer must fill a labor accommodation application, LCA, with the U.S. Department of Labor, DOL. The LCA requires the employer to attest to several conditions, including that they will pay the H-1B visa worker the prevailing wage for the position, and that employment of the H-1B worker will not adversely affect the working conditions of similar employed U.S. workers. Another one is Form 1129, Petition for Non-Immigrant Worker. Once the LCA is certified by the DOL, the employer files Form 1129 with USCIS. This petition includes detailing information about the job, the employer, and the foreign worker. Then, that point here is that now from there, the USCIS may request additional evidence to determine eligibility, such as documentation about the employer's business, the job's requirements, and the foreign worker's qualifications. So the next one is decision on petition. USCIS will adjudicate the petition and decide whether to approve or deny it. So, if approved, the foreign worker can apply for a H-1B visa at a U.S. consulate or embassy abroad if they are outside the United States, or they can apply for a change of status if they are already in the United States in a different immigration status. The duration and extensions. H-1B visas are typically granted for an initial period of up to 3 years and can be extended up to 6 years. Extensions beyond the 6-year limit may be possible under certain circumstances, such as if the foreign worker has an approved employment-based immigration petition, that is green card application, but is unable to adjust status due to visa backlogs. Each step of the process requires careful attention to detail and adherence to special legal requirements. It's advisable for employers and foreign workers to seek guidance from immigration attorneys or qualified professionals to navigate the complexities of the H-1B visa process effectively. So, if you need any clarification or any help in any of the areas and the sections that we have discussed, please feel free to comment below the video or write us an email at fairexploreradvisors@gmail.com, and we will be so glad to help where we can. So thank you for listening to my video. God bless you. I love you.